I thought by the time I was an adult, the schemes, betrayal, and petty snipes of junior high, or for those of you who are under 45, middle school, would be over. That adults would behave like adults, right? Well, not always. Have you ever had an out-of-body experience where you're like over here and you're watching yourself behave in a manner that is not what you expect? Well, that happened to me. I can still see this person who looked a lot like me, because it was me, behaving in a most un-adult-like manner. After throwing out a bunch of scathing words and running away, my childish behavior was obvious. How could this be? I was a wife, a mom, a professional person, and yet I behaved in a most childish manner. Well, as I've learned through the years, usually this behavior points to an unhealed wound in your soul. You feel trampled upon, unheard, unseen, and unimportant. You see, that's how I felt in that situation. But if you think ignoring this behavior and just moving on will make it go away, that's a lie. It doesn't happen. It comes back. Learning to function as a healthy adult takes some deep soul work. It did, and it still does for me. I don't know if you can see this storm that's coming over the mountain. Right now it's sunny and it's gorgeous here. The highs are supposed to be really, really mild for this time of year in Colorado. But the storm is coming. And that's what happens in our soul if we don't start to deal and do the deep work to bring healing in our soul. The storm will come, and often it's revealed in very childish behavior. So when you see that erupting, it's time to look for the source. You know, I've been working with a coach for the last 5 years, and my coach helps me identify and work through this behavior. As a truth teller, he doesn't hesitate to ask me the tough questions and to point out my blind spots. I am so grateful. It's the best decision that I have made. Now, when I encounter those childish behaviors in myself or someone else, the wisdom that I'm learning helps me to stop and assess the situation before I respond in a childish manner. One of the things you can do is to look in that person's eyes. What do you see? Ask questions before you respond in a childish manner. Try to discern what else might be going on in that person's life. Call that person to a higher standard like my coach does, in the same way you want someone to do this for you. Sometimes that person is just simply having a bad day. We all have them, right? So give them some grace, just like you'd like to be extended grace. One thing you can do is smile a lot. And if necessary, leave the room, leave the situation to grant that person the opportunity to compose themselves. You probably need to do the same thing. Working with a coach helped me to do this. It was a smart move. If you find yourself in that position like I did, please reach out. I understand the deep wounds and the work that it takes to become healthy. But I want you to know it is possible. You can choose to be an adult. From one overcomer to another, let's explore practical steps to mature beyond pain for a better life and a happier life. Send me a DM or hop over to Kirsten D. Samuel, where you can read the full blog about this childish behavior, and you can send me a private message on that website. Those messages come directly to me. No one else sees them, so please feel free to send me a message. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next week.